To WABAG and the conversation we're having there. It's in focus as the company secured a large design contract in Nepal funded by the ADB, that's the Asian Development Bank. Before we speak to Rajiv Mittal, who's the chairman and MD at the company, let me get in Anushi, who's joining in to set up that conversation.
Hi, morning Tamanna. So this is a year-end conversation that we are having with WABAG, and a lot of focus has been on order wins, the company's new verticals that we are seeing, along with that the order book execution and how the performance has shaped up. So if you talk about the recent announcements, you've covered it well, wherein they've got Asian Development Bank funded large order from Nepal government, and this is to the size of 255 million liters per day that we are looking at. So significant achievement over here. Along with that, they've also invested in other Bangalore-based Nimble Vision to build deep tech solutions. So these are the recent announcements that we are seeing. But let's take the order book in consideration. H1 FY26 order book stood at 16,000 crore, which implies a book-to-bill ratio of around 4.8 times, which is higher than the company's medium-term outlook of them maintaining a 3x of book-to-bill ratio that we are seeing. Do note that with their book-to-bill, with their order book, the company also aims to keep the mix between 70:30 for industrial and municipal mix. Along with that, India and rest of world, they expect a 50-50 contribution from both of these regions. Coming to financial performance, in FY25, we've seen the company reporting about a 3% of a CAGR growth, while EBITDA margins have fluctuated between 8 to 13% or so, increasing from 8% to 13% over the years. And in H1, if we see the performance, it has seen a revenue growth of 18%, while margins have remained at 13.7%, while net profits saw about a 20% of growth. So this is the outlook that we are seeing. The medium-term outlook, the company continues to see their revenue growth at 15 to 20%, with EBITDA margins in 13 to 15% of range, and they expect to maintain net cash position, which they've been able to sustain for the last 11 quarters, and this is with a return on equities which will be greater than 15%. So this is the overall picture that we have for WABAG.
Okay, thank you for that, Anushi, and for that detailed description of what the company is and what it's doing. Stock on nearly 1% up while we're starting this conversation. Rajiv Mittal, Chairman and MD, WABAG, joining in on the show this morning. Mr. Mittal, thank you so much for your time to us here at NDTV Profit. We appreciate it. Let me start with this deal that you have with the Nepal government and funded by Asian Development Bank. Tell us about the size and timelines of this deal, and what is the extent of funding coming in from ADB?
Good morning, Tamanna, and good morning to your viewers for having us here. This ADB deal is to build a water treatment plant, and ADB will be funding the complete project value. And as a company, we always focus on projects which are funded by multilaterals. This ensures the project moves on time and also ensures a payment security. In fact, almost 90-95% of our order book is from the funded projects. This is a repeat of our order. We had built the phase 1 of the same plant, Milamchi, and now we are getting the phase 3. So very happy to see that we get repeat order from a client. That time it was funded by JICA. This time it is funded by ADB.
So when typically you have someone like Asian Development Bank funding an order of this size, what is their track record in sticking to payment timelines?
I think very good. I think we should not doubt at all. They have their procedures and process in place. As long as you fall in line with their process and procedures, payments are generally 90 to 100 days, we should get our payment.
And in terms of this particular deal, does it mark a new foray for you in the region, Mr. Mittal?
Not at all. We have been in Nepal for over a decade and a half. As I told you, the first plant in Milamchi was built by us. Subsequently, we built this Goeshwari sewage treatment plant, and post that we are building at the moment 3 sewage treatment plants for the same client, and recently we getting this. So we are fairly well represented in Nepal and have a good track record.
Okay. Mr. Mittal, good morning. Hiral on this side. So what does this take your order book to, and what's the revenue recognition looking like for this project?
I think the order book, as it was said in the start, we are close to 16,000 crores, which is a very comfortable position for us and enables us to be very selective and choosy in which projects we take. And this order will go on for about 3 years. And so 36 months, this revenue will be executed.
Okay. And if you have to talk about FY26 and FY27, typically we see that revenue recognition is stronger in the second half of the financial year for a company like yours. But this time we've seen a strong first half as well. So are you going to overshoot your guidance in terms of FY26? And if that happens, what does this do to your outlook for FY27?
As they say in the Middle East, inshallah. So keeping the fingers crossed, why not? Second half is always better. And I'm sure that this year is going to be no different. We are very bullish about second half, especially with the order book we have, and some of the projects are kicking in where the initial designs are done. We are very bullish that we will definitely do second half better than the first half.
Okay. Mr. Mittal, just one follow-up in terms of your overall order inflow guidance. Because considering you're a preferred bidder for orders worth over 3,000 crores, what would that look like from here on? And do you see a 4 times kind of a book-to-bill as a new normal? Because usually we've looked at 3 times, but you do have a higher mix at 4 times.
Yeah, I think that's what it looks like, even when we are so choosy in the market. But the market is growing, and especially the regions which we are there. As we have said, we are a pure play water company and a technology-based company. And we focus on technology projects, like we say, manufactured water, desalination, water reuse. And this market is growing. And we are one of the leaders in the market. So we definitely see that this book-to-bill should be more than 4 years going forward. And that's how the market looks at the moment.
Mr. Mittal, 2 very exciting areas, and I think you're already in them, but if you can, since we're speaking from the perspective of an outlook of 2026 calendar year, if you can tell us what you think in terms of their potential. One is future energy solutions and the other is data centers, both areas which need large quantities, especially of treated water, retreating, all of that. Give us some sense there, and let's start first with future energy solutions. What is the kind of revenue contribution you see growing there?
Tamanna, this is a very good question and very relevant in today's market. As you know, we ourselves have moved into this future energy solutions. And today, PV solar, semiconductor, green hydrogen has become a norm. You would have seen recently we have announced an order for PV solar, which was Indosol. We are building a desalination plant for them in Andhra. And another one was Renewsys. Again, it's PV solar cells where they need ultra pure water. So these are not only zero liquid discharge plants, but also the quality of water which is required for PV cells is ultra pure. This is again a new technology. I must say that it's not a top line business, as we had told you before, that we are focusing on technology business, we are focusing on profits, we are focusing on cash. So top line is just an outcome of our order book, but this business, again, new energy business, is not a top line business, is a technology business, and hopefully should be a good margin business.
What about data centers? What is the potential over there, and what is really the use case for a company like yours as data centers keep growing?
Yeah, I think this is again something which is a new thing, not only in India, but globally. The data centers are being built, and these are massive data centers which are water gulper, because for air conditioning, they need a lot of water. And companies like us who are specialization in reuse and recycle, we recycle this cooling water so that they don't have to take fresh water. We try to recycle that water, and that is how I think we have a business there. Our teams are focusing on it. We are picking and choosing our orders, which one to follow and which one to target, both in India and abroad.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mittal, for speaking with us, the management of WABAG WABAG there, talking about their outlook for 2026. Two very exciting spaces that the company is in, and of course, the latest order coming in Nepal, where they're going to build a huge facility funded by the ADB, that's the Asian Development Bank.